classic Ticket to Ride, but for your kid. Let's check out Ticket to Ride First Journey. So welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure you click that button and subscribe. We've got new videos every single Thursday. And if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up and share it. Today, I want to look at Ticket to Ride First Journey. These are the components. First thing I want to say about this is I am so glad that that Days of Wonder did not just make a knockoff kids version of their #1 selling game. Well, maybe it's not their #1 game. I don't know what their #1 game is. But I'm so glad that they didn't just make a knockoff of a great selling game and make a cheap version. You get a huge board. You get these cool little pieces that are bigger than the other trains, but they're still really nice. The artwork on this is perfect. It's great for kids. They even give you some extra trains, which I appreciate that because my boys will probably lose some at some point. You get all of these cards that are nice, the same kind of nice quality linen finished cards that we expect from Days of Wonder. And this is great. They do symbols on the cards in case someone is colorblind, so that's great. The artwork even on the cards themselves is just great. It's cute, it's fun, it feels like almost like a circus train, even with some creepy little green stuff there, some fun cow milk, shark in a tank, you know, a lion in a box, car box there. It's just really nice artwork and it's fun. And then one thing that they did on this game that really makes it get to that 6 and up age is they even added symbols on each one of the places. So you've got symbols for each one of these locations. Instead of saying Dallas, they've got a star for Dallas. Instead of just saying Washington, they've got the Capitol building in Washington. In Miami, they've got an alligator. You know, in Los Angeles, they've got a movie camera. And so my son, when he gets a ticket, my son is 6 and he's just learning how to read, and so some of these words are a little bit too big for him, but he doesn't have to worry about that because he doesn't have to know the word New Orleans. He just has to see the dudes playing in the jazz band, and then he sees the Statue of Liberty, and then he finds them on the map and he can go back and forth. Components, artwork, quality is just top notch. They did an incredible job on this. Okay, so let's talk about what's different in Ticket to Ride First Journey from the original. They really tried to keep it true to some of the same style as the original, but they did water it down some. And some of the main differences, if you're familiar with Ticket to Ride, are there's not an open stack of cards where you can just draw from. Basically, you're just going to draw cards every single time. You can't take a turn to exchange tickets or grab new tickets and then take 3, pick one of the 3 and discard the others. They don't do any of that stuff. Basically, once you claim a route, then you get a new ticket and you just keep going like that. Other than that, it's pretty much all the same. In this game, it is a race. In the original Ticket to Ride, it was like when you got down to like 3 trains or something, then that triggered the end of the round. This is basically just a race to complete 5 tickets. And so once you've completed 5 tickets, then that person gets the coveted golden ticket. And this works with kids because my son was so excited to win the golden ticket. But once you do that, then you win the game. You can get an extra ticket called a coast-to-coast ticket if you go coast to coast. And then that's real easy. There are 3 places on each coast, and if you connect there, then you get one of these tickets, and then that counts towards your total, and you can win the game. So how does the game play so you can understand if this is a game that's going to work for you, your gaming group, or your kids? At the beginning of the game, you're going to give each person 4 of these cards. And these cards correspond to colors that are out on the board. And there are different kinds of cards. There's cards that have to do with each individual color, and then there is a locomotive card, which is a wild card. Once you get the needed amount of cards, whether it is by just getting the exact number of cards, so 1 red ticket, or if I need 2 reds and I have a red and a locomotive, if I have that many cards, then I pay those cards, I discard them, and then I take my train and I put it on that location. You are going to have ticket cards that tell you what 2 locations you need to connect. So like for here, I needed to go from New Orleans to New York. If I successfully, over a series of turns, place the needed trains down and claim these routes, then I will have completed this ticket. There's no points on this like in the typical Ticket to Ride. It's just I completed this ticket. And then I would draw a new card, and then I would see where else I'm going. Now, at the beginning of the game, you get 2 of these, so you get to choose. And this really helps kids be able to try to problem solve. They have to look across the board and see what's the best way. They could even try to match up things and say, oh, these are kind of in the same location. I could go down the same way. My son needs a little bit of help sometimes because he gets fixated on colors of cards. And so he'll just start collecting these cards. And then I'll say, now wait, buddy, you gotta think what other color cards do you need and which way are you trying to go? But then once I help him back out of that, then he totally gets it. And to be honest, now I don't have to do any of that. The kid just goes for it. And so it just goes back and forth until somebody gets all 5. They win the golden ticket, and that is the game. So my thoughts on Ticket to Ride First Journey. If you've got kids that are young like mine, you got to get this game for them. If you like Ticket to Ride, I don't know why you wouldn't get this game for them. This is a great warm-up for the regular one. Now, I've heard other people say that this is too watered down for their kids, and that's great. They say my 4-year-old plays Ticket to Ride, Europe, and he gets it. Well, that's awesome. Well, my kid doesn't. And so for my kid, he needed this, and this is a great stepping stone for him. And so I'm so excited that I can tell my son, hey, you love this game, right? Well, what about the big version, the adult version, the daddy version? Let's go play that one. And eventually he's going to say, okay, let's try that. And then I'm going to teach him new mechanics and new things. And so this does everything it should. It's not too watered down that it's like Candyland, but it is Ticket to Ride. It feels like Ticket to Ride, but it's so much simpler. And this game really, really works. At the end of our reviews, we always do a buy it, play it, hate it review. Green means go buy this game, add it to your collection. White means don't buy it, but definitely play it. And then red means don't buy and don't play it because you hate it. I mean, by now you can probably tell I love the components. I love the gameplay. This is a buy it game. You need to add this to your collection if you've got kids. Go add this to your collection, get it. So there you go. All right, make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the button. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up and share it. Make sure you check out our website, boardgamecloset.com. We do a weekly podcast now where we talk about games that we don't talk about on the video channel, so you can listen to that. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of those. Thanks for watching the Board Game Closet.